face! We did it, boys!
Good evening, everyone. Mr. Man here, happy and excited after finally beating Challenge Rift level 60. In today's episode, not only that I'm going to show you how I played and what build I used, but also tell you why is level 60 so important to clear, and how will affect your character progression for the next 20 to 30 Paragon levels. Don't forget, like and subscribe, so you let me know that you enjoyed it and it was helpful. As you already know from my previous guides, finishing specific levels increase the quality of your drops. By beating level 60 will permanently improve all the items found to be equivalent to those in Hell 3. The build I used includes Deadly Spikes, Gallowsborn Chest, which allows me to generate corpses, Rotspur Shoulders with Blighted Corpses, Mournful Destroyer with Desecrating Curse, as for Blade, Desolatoria, and Baleful Trinity Shield. This being said, now let me showcase and explain how I played level 60. My main focus was to use Wraith form to dodge all the incoming damage, and also kite as many mobs as possible before hitting them with Dark Curse and Blighted Corpses. The idea is to move around as much as possible, bleeding the opponents out of their health with constant damage over time abilities. This method I wouldn't say is easy, it's actually quite squishy and it requires a bit of a practice before mastering it. Wraith form not only that gives increased movement speed and invincibility, but combined with Gallowsborn Chest allows Necromancer to generate corpses along the way. This unlocks the ability to activate Blighted Corpses, I believe every 1 to 2 seconds, and damage everyone around it over time. Using Spikes and Dark Curse on top of that will maximize the damage output. Positioning is also crucial. If you pay attention at my playstyle, I'm basically running back and forth, trying to keep everyone under poison at all time. Not only that, I'm also trying to keep an eye on the trash mobs that hit from distance, so I can kill them first for obvious reasons. You don't want to get kited by the mobs. One thing I like about Challenge Rifts is that if you die, it's not the end of the world. The only real cost is that by reviving, it adds up on your timer. I myself died quite a few times, and at some point I believe I even got charged with like 15 to 20 seconds per revive. Anyway, quick tip, do not waste your time with yellow elite monsters. It takes too long to kill and they hit pretty hard. Even though they give quite a bit of a rift progression, it's not really worth it the time spent. Purple elite monsters are fine, as long as they keep following the other trash mobs around and allows you to kite. One other thing worth mentioning is that challenge rifts are randomly generated maps. If you see yourself running into too many range monsters, you could just go out and reset the rift. You will notice that every time you go in, the map and the enemies will be less likely to be the same as your previous run. Usually, I will only be using this strategy up until the boss. What do I mean by that? As soon as I finish with the trash mobs and I have enough progression bar, I prepare myself to do a quick skill swap in my rotation. Right now, we're a couple of seconds away from spawning the boss, and you will be able to see exactly what do I mean by that. Usually, after the bar fills up, the boss will spawn somewhere near to your location. This will give you enough time to swap between your area of effect skill to single target skills. Now we're ready to have the boss. In the same time as the boss spawns, I will do exactly what I said. I'm going to take off my damage over time skills and have them replaced with summons, Molten Golem, mages and skeletons. From here on, the playstyle changes, and the main objective is to stay alive as much as possible and hit the boss continuously as hard as you can. For Necromancer, having summons up at all time will do a better damage over time than using the previous strategy. Although if you die, you will lose your summons, so you need to be aware of that. While I am running away left and right, I keep using my summons to do constant damage. I'm still using Blighted Corpses to apply poison, just because my summons will generate a corpse whenever they die, and that gives me the opportunity to hit even harder. At this point, if you are under 1800 combat rating, in my opinion, you are very likely to die in one shot from the boss. So trying to understand the mechanics and the attacks of it will increase your chance of winning the battle, of course. For every mid-range to long-range classes, moving around and doing damage from distance, it might be your only way, because the classes are not strong enough at 1800 to take any hit unless you have like a shield or maybe any sort of buffs that allow you to take reduced damage or nullify the damage. If you have any questions, regardless the subject, it doesn't matter, drop a comment down below and I will try to answer the best of my knowledge. If you're also interested in the server I play in Europe and it's called Woodwraith, so if you feel like it, join me. At this exact moment, we are more than halfway through his HP. I'll let you watch for a couple of seconds without distracting you with me saying anything, so you can get a grip on how to play the boss, okay? The boss is almost out of life now, but so am I with the time. I consider myself pretty lucky in this specific scenario, because I believe if I would have died maybe once or two more times, I might have had to try it again due to running out of time. This is it, ladies and gentlemen, we are nearly there. And there we go, Rift complete. Hopefully this gives you a better understanding on challenge rifts. I will not take any more of your time. Thank you for watching, stay safe and enjoy the rest of your day.